Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing FTB Skies, and we got a lot to do today. Last time, we set up a whirly sprig over there by the sugarcane, and we're starting to get her set up. And between episodes, I expanded our storage by quite a number of drawers. They're all hooked up to this. They don't have everything in them yet, and that's kind of what I'm working on now. Is the whirly sprig. It used to be called a sylph. As she's making us stuff, and go ahead and sorting it into the drawers. But we need more stuff. Now, last time we were going to make an alchemy catalyst, but we needed more blaze rods to do it. Well, now we've got them. We got 2 brewing stands right there. We're also going to need, that's a mana pearl right there. So we're going to grab ourselves one of these. And all we need to do, just like Terrasteel, is come over here to our pool, toss it in here, and there we have it. And I probably should have grabbed everything else out of here too, huh? I think we got like living wood and all these kinds of things which we're going to need. Now the catalyst allows you to transform more stuff. And you can look up what it does in JI. We could get Hearts of the Sea, we could get, Nether Wart, name tags, all kinds of things. But the main attraction here is all this flower conversion. So we can get all of the 2 tall flowers that we don't have, which is, all of the vanilla ones. And add those to our whirly sprigs area. What the whirly sprig likes is quantity and diversity. And aim on giving her both. Now, I have this up one and not down level with the ground because we're going to want to take it in and out. For instance, we couldn't use this with the alchemy catalyst under it to transform a redstone into mana dust, assuming mana dust is even still a thing. I'm not actually sure it is. Botany has actually changed a little bit. Like, new textures are beautiful. I think maybe some mechanical changes also. You could throw redstone in there and get glowstone, I think now, which is cool. But if you wanted that mana dust, assuming that's still a thing, then we'd want to take that thing out of there. Well, all you do is you just throw it in there. We do need a sunflower. Get your 2 tall flowers. And we can bone meal these for more, all we want, but it's just a little bit more diversity for the whirly sprig. Every little bit counts. I mean, up to a certain point, at which I think there's a ceiling. But still, now even just what we've added, we've gone from our whirly sprig being content to being happy. I like that little mouse over. I feel like that's new, or maybe that's another mod doing it. That's neat. I wonder if we could do the same with the Grigney. Hey, buddy. Nah. He's just chill. Now, one thing I'm doing is I'm making her these fake trees. And these do help, and we do get the materials from them. And it doesn't matter that it's not naturally grown, or that it's, like the Muppet's own beaker version of a Minecraft tree. Just has to have the stuff there. Now, one thing I'd like to give our whirly sprig is some warped wood and some crimson wood. We'll have to go back to the nether, and I do want to upgrade our jetpack before we go. So let's see what's on the menu here. I think our next tier, we don't really have any platinum, so we'll go with the tier 4 diamond. We will want to teach it diamond energy cells, elite coils, and we'll do these thrusters. We got the energy cells, right? We'll do, well, we can just manually do the capacitor. I don't want to fill these things up too much. So let's just look under jetpack here, see, okay. So we'll need 3 of these for the capacitor. And we'll need 2 thrusters. Okay, we got our thrusters. I think we're gonna need some more diamonds. Ooh, we're starting to run out of diamonds. We'll have to do something about that one of these days. Anyway, here's the next tier jetpack. Holds quite a bit. We weren't really straining for power, but hey, why not make it better? Now here's something I didn't expect. We can actually get living wood from our whirly sprig. That is cool. Now, one thing we have that I haven't done yet is rice. We can plant this stuff underwater. You get the plantables and the cookables just by taking the panicles and crafting them with themselves. Alright, here's our tier 4 jetpack. Decay on the hover is very minor on this. That's a huge improvement. On the update shenanigans, we did lose our map, so I'll have to poke around a little bit. We'll find one of these places soon enough. I could just use a pearl, but, you know, whatever. Okay, yeah, here's the kind of thing we're looking for. Let's see. Gotta be some of the wood around here somewhere, right? Or it could literally all be planks and these bricks. Anything else around? I think I raided these chests. Oh, hello. I don't think we've gotten this ancient debris yet. That's pretty handy. Oh, this pick isn't gonna do it. Tell me I brought a... I did not. There's one way we can get these. Yes, yes. Wonderful. Alright, I found a netherite pick. Oh, there's some right down here. I didn't even see it. I found a netherite pick lying around, so we could grab some of this debris. I don't know how common it is. I mean, we don't really need it either. It would be fun to have. Mine a little bit. Click, 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 click. Let's see. Yeah, there's some more. I'll go up one more. Alright. Yeah, so not, you know, you're not drowning in it, but it's definitely around. This is a boss. A mini boss from Apotheosis. Should have some fancy gear. Let's see. Take that long to Rakshasha. Your host. Oh, you know what I don't have is a magnet. We're gonna have to do something about that one of these days. So let's see. Protection 5 plus 3 max health. Out of the way. Ah, yeah. Fancy. So doing all this, we have managed to complete a few more quests. Let's see. Oh, okay. We got a willow sapling and a mahogany sapling. I did go to, back to that Hexray village, and I got, the witch hazel sapling, and I guess these saplings are the reward for that. That's really cool. Our whirly sprig is all the way up to very happy. So let's see if we can find her. There she is. Very happy. So we should get stuff at a good clip. So these are willow vines, I guess? Okay, cool. Probably need those for something, huh? Looks like the next thing on our menu is another infuser. We're gonna need it to make atomic alloy. And that's, that's the next step up from reinforced alloy. So that's where we're going to be dumping a lot of the refined obsidian in there. Now what we're going to fill it with is the obsidian version of that refined, redstone and the diamond and all that whatnot. This stuff right here, enriched obsidian. So that's going to go in an enrichment chamber of some... Yeah, this one right here. Okay, very good. Let's make a stack of that. Alright, here's some. Anyway, we'll just toss it in there just like you do with the other ones. And we are going to program in a recipe for atomic alloy. I'll need 4 of those. What we're doing, I'm upgrading the honey tank right now to the top tier, but we'll want ultimate of probably all these mechanism machines, every one we can upgrade. Now the one new thing with the ultimate is the ultimate control circuit, which is just atomic alloy and an elite control circuit. There's a lot of honey buffered in there. This had 64 buckets before, and it's it's moving up pretty quick. Now, while I was cutting down trees, the modules in our axe settled, and what that means is we have more integrity to work with. So I'm going to grab a couple diamonds, courtesy of our bees. And we're going to change the axe head to diamond. Okay, so that used an integrity, and it might have given us one. We still have 3 slots. We're going to give it another claw. There we go. And we're going to do that out of diamond. Awesome. We got 2 left, so there's a couple things we could do. We could change the handle out. Now, my understanding is one of the best handles is an end rod, and we probably have what it takes for this with a little bit of preparation. We've got a good amount of end stone from our quarry bees. And I want to say we got chorus flowers at some point. We have a good amount of chorus fruit that we could turn into purpur for the purposes of an end rod right away. But, if you have the chance to make something renewable, you should do that. At least, that's what I'm going to do. So one of the things that we don't have is a brown mushroom, but apparently we can make, oh my, force planks? Apparently we can make one. Let's see, there's gotta be some kind of, you would expect that force planks would come from a force sapling, right? So we're getting these force gems from somewhere? And we might as well grow one of these. Add its thing to our whirly sprig setup. See what we might get out of it. Well, I was working on end rods. I got all distracted by this. We'll come back to end rods in a second. It's because I was out here planting chorus fruit. She can definitely give us the purpur and I think the chorus flowers also. And I expect that she'll be able to give us this stuff too. So from the logs, the planks are, exactly as you would expect. So let's go back and take a look at these. Okay. Put this in our inventory in case they're important for something. Force nuggets, easy enough. 1 force wand. So let's grab, I think we have 1 red mushroom. Oh, we have 2 now. Very good. We can craft this with it. Make ourselves a brown mushroom for the cost of a little bit of durability. What else can we do with this thing? Okay, this is how we get force bricks. It's basically about, well, I wanted to say it was about breaking stuff down, but doesn't look like, I mean, kind of, but like, you know, beef to pork. I don't know. And transformation. We'll call it transformation and reclamation. Interesting. Alright, we got ourselves a couple of knots. Now what this should do for us is greatly improve. Yeah, okay. And rod handle. We still got quite a bit of integrity. We might want to consider adding one of the gems to. Oh, let's add some of that dragon sinew that we found. I think we got this in the nether. I'm not sure. But we can come up here to the binding. Let's see what this does for it. Looks like it increases the durability, maybe? I'm not sure. I should have paid closer attention. Now you can enchant these Tetra tools directly, but you're better off enchanting them via the work table. You can end up overusing the integrity. By enchanting a regular table, you can get a lot of negative effects. What we want is maybe here, I think. Okay, yeah. Now we can have mending on it. Very nice. Now, I still haven't learned all the glyphs that I could learn. That's because we need some essence. We got some fire essence as a quest reward. But to get the rest of them, we're going to need an imbuement chamber. And I believe the arcane pedestals have to be right next to it for this thing to work. So let's say next glyph we wanted to learn. Well, Conjure Mage Block doesn't take it. Bounce, though. Bounce is a tier 1. And let's see. It was this essence, okay, abjuration essence. So we're gonna need a bucket of milk, a sugar, and a fermented spider eye. See, this is why I was doing all that screwing around with mushrooms. And you just pop the, hello. Clicked the wrong thing. You plop the items down on the pedestals. You put the, whatever it is, in this case a source gem, in here. There is not a source jar close enough to this for it to move at any kind of speed. So we're going to make another source jar. Alright, we should be able to plop this down right here. And hopefully the volcanic source link will do its thing. Yeah. Now it's trucking along. We'll get our abjuration essence. Now you'll notice it doesn't consume the items on the pedestal, so you can use them over and over again. The glyphs that we need to make will consume the essence, but we're just going to store this stuff in a barrel over here. That's how you deal with essence. Let's see what this guy has. More coral. Nautilus shells. Yeah, we can use that. What's this? Pathfinder's quill. Oh well, we don't really need that. Now we're gonna need some rabbits if we're gonna do all the glyphs we can, and we want to. So, at some point, we got ourselves hold of a golden egg, right? What this will do is it will transform dirt, which I guess we don't have in here. It'll transform dirt into delightful dirt, and that will generate us mobs at a comically furious rate. And while we're replacing all this, we got new honing available for our axe. I'm just gonna get rid of these guys. Let's finish this up, then we'll look at our axe. Now what I'm hoping is that we can get ourselves a couple rabbits out of this. So let's see. Oh boy, you really get everything, don't you? We got drigmies, pigs, looks like starbuncle is some variety. Come here, you. I would like to take you home with me. Got it. We'll take the other drigmy too. Ow. Sorry, my cat is like digging into my arm. Aloysius! Okay, I've seen a lot of mobs spawn in here. We're not getting rabbits. It looks like you just get what would normally spawn in this biome. So, if we load this back up, it should delete everybody pretty quick, but they'll just keep spawning. Kinda makes the whole rest of this thing obsolete, but but I guess that's okay. At some point, that thing did spawn some whirly sprigs. So I guess if you don't get it from the quest reward, you can get it from there. They'll probably just all fly down to the bottom of the void. Now, I took all the dirt out. We're gonna see if we can get these whirly sprig shards. See how close that we up. Close enough. Very good. Now, before I forget, we have a honing available on our axe. So we could come over here. Chop efficiency? I think chop efficiency would be wonderful. Sounds good. Next thing on the menu is to make a little progress in Botania. We're gonna need a runic altar before we need anything else. I guess I have plenty of dragonstone, but I guess I don't have any mana diamonds. I can go make one real quick. Here we go. Now we're gonna need our wand of the forest, wherever that is. Or if I even made one? Thought I did. Let's see. Maybe it's over here. Aha, sure enough. Now the runic altar is, you gotta think of it as a machine. And the way we're gonna power it is with mana, and for that we're gonna need a mana spreader. That's just living wood, and gold, and a petal. No big whoop. We're gonna need a good amount of the living rock that we made. And let's see what else. So what to use the machine, the runic altar for, in large part, is to make, surprise, runes. Now we're gonna need, like mana steel for a bunch of them. Like the first couple all rhyme, and then there's a second set that kind of all rhyme, and a third set where the recipes all rhyme. And I'll show you what I mean. But we'll start with a rune of water. Now if we're gonna make that mana powder, like this will just give us glowstone right now with the alchemy catalyst under it. But without the alchemy catalyst, we can go ahead and make the mana powder, then we can put this right back in. So we're going to want to hook this thing up first of all. Just going to slap it right next to the mana pool, the spreader that is, so that it will draw from it. And then shift. There we go. Yeah, you see it's now pointing at the runic altar. There's a little guide there. So what we're going to do, you just right-click this stuff on here, right? Anything that the recipe calls for. And you can see it all in JI. And when it's got everything, That's in JI. There's a little progress circle, and you see a little arrow with the X on it. When the progress circle is full, the arrow won't have the X on it anymore. And what you do is you right-click with Living Rock, and then you right-click with your Wand of the Forest, and then you get your runes. And the fire, the earth, and the air all follow this same pattern. Now the recipe's a little different for the fifth one we need. That's the rune of mana. That's gonna take a mana pearl and 5 mana steel ingots. But other than that, you finish it off the same way. You finish all the runes like this with the Living Rock and the Wand of the Forest. Now what we're making with these runes, we're gonna make a Terrasteel agglomeration plate. That's too many R's. That's still too many R's. Here we go. We're gonna need 4 on us. I think 4. Right? And then a block of mana steel in the middle. That'll get us our plate. And what do we get as reward? Oh, we got a spark. Just one? We need more than one. Let's see. We have mystical flowers in here that we could make some petals with. There we go. We'll do some red petals. Sparks are another way to move mana around. Not everything deals with it, but the Terrasteel agglomeration plate does. Now, a plate goes on top of a structure just like this. We got Living Rock and we got Lapis blocks. Put this thing down here. And we're going to place a spark on the block right on top of it. We're going to do the same here. And these should just connect to each other without any input from us. What we want this for, first off at least, is to make Terrasteel. And we're going to need a mana diamond, a mana pearl, and a piece of mana steel. I'll go ahead and make the mana diamonds and the mana pearl here. Easy peasy. Now this process takes half a mana pool's worth of mana. You want to make sure you have enough. And depending on, how fast your spark network is, ours is just the most basic. This will start shooting mana over, and we could, mouse over with the Wand of the Forest over the pool. You can see it's draining precipitously. But sooner or later, it'll be done. And we'll get a piece of Terrasteel. Now we're going to need at least a block of Terrasteel, and I don't want to wait forever for the mana, so I added another 4 Endo Flames. I'm probably going to add 4 more. Meanwhile, I've been diligently learning glyphs, and we have a use for one. Our poor Drigme is stuck. So what you do with that, we can find it, is you cast Dispel on them. And you just line up the runes, touch Dispel. Boy, he really doesn't. Okay, so let's try a projectile Dispel. And we'll just leave it called the same thing. There we go. You can get the charm back. And you just right click with it back on the henge, or in the Whirly Sprig's case, the flower, they'll start doing their thing again. And speaking of which, one of the things we're going to need is a little bit of Mage Bloom fiber. It's not that hard to make. We are going to need to make some special seeds in our enchanting apparatus setup. Each one is 4 source gems each, and seeds in the middle. Hey, seeds in the middle. What are we doing wrong here? Let's see. Probably something. Mage Bloom seeds. This should be fine. Clearly it is not. Pedestals are within 3 blocks. Oh, this one might be interfering. Let's move that over there. Now, anything else? It's definitely... I saw wheat seeds. These are wheat seeds. Try over here. Yeah. It's picking more of these up than I would expect it to. I'm gonna have to move these. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. And a 1 Mage Bloom seed. Now this ought to be plenty. We'll just plant them right here. Why not? Now we got a quest completion for doing that, so we ought to see what... Oh, we get a couple of Mage Bloom plants. That'll give us a couple of Mage Bloom fiber, which... That's our next quest, I guess. Okay, so we got a good amount. Now what we need it for is to make some runic chalk for a glyph. There's a Mage Bloom fire, and we also need a manipulation essence, little bone meal. There we go. Oh ho, that was another quest. I had no idea. And for that, we will get ourselves monster. We already have that. I'll never complain about Starbuncle shards, even if we're not really using them. Now, I know most of our food prep is going to end up being done in the refined storage system, but not all of it. I would like to make us some blocks from cooking for blockheads. Let's see what all we have here. Now, you've never seen cooking for blockheads before. It all begins by cooking up a book. That'll give you a recipe book, and then you can take that and, let's see where, yeah, here we go. We can craft it up with a couple diamonds and a couple crafting tables to get the Mark II book that will craft food from ingredients in your inventory. And then finally, we want the cooking table. This is the heart of the kitchen. Oh, yes, indeed, the heart of the kitchen. Okay. Any cooking for blockheads, this stuff that connects to this cooking table will be part of the network. Now, a lot of these things are just inventories, but some of them aren't. We're going to need to make a little bit of black dye here. We'll get ourselves a pedal. There we go. This oven will cook for us. We're not going to end up using it, I don't think. It just looks cool. A lot of the rest of this stuff, like I said, is just inventories. The refrigerator does have a few upgrades. So let's go ahead. We're going to make a couple iron doors. There we go. We're going to want some chests. Regular chests. There we go. The sink will provide the kitchen with water. Now the tool racks, that's a spice rack. The tool racks are again just inventories, but they display the tools. And now with these two right there, they will connect up to the cabinets, so everything's all connected, right? Cool. Now there's some other stuff that I want down there. Namely, well, we are going to make a spice rack, because spice racks are fun. But one thing we gotta make is, we're going to have to make a cow in a jar. So let's get another bucket. Now from the cooking table, with just water and milk, and not very much milk besides, doesn't look like we can make anything at all. We'll have to get a little bit of food in here, right? So we'll get some wheat and carrots and beets. Let's get some sugar. Here we go. Very fancy. Throw a spice rack up here. And again, this is just an inventory. You can put any of this stuff anywhere. It doesn't matter. Now we have a couple options. We can make some sweet berry cookies. Isn't that lovely? And you just shift right click it into your refrigerator and you're good to go. Now we got a couple things we can make. Now we have another food mod, Farmer's Delight, which is probably where we're going to be getting most of our food. I think this is the food mod that we have. So we are going to want to make a stove. Let's go ahead and make the bricks that we'll need. Here we go. And we're also going to want to make a cooking pot. So we'll need a shovel. And that should be everything. Yes, very good. Now sadly, this stuff isn't compatible with the kitchen. But it is a kitchen thing, and it's pretty cool. Like, let's say we want to make some tomato sauce. We'll grab some tomatoes, throw them in here, and we'll start making tomato sauce. There it is. We'll want a bunch of bowls in there. You can scoop them out by hand with bowls. You could break the pot and take the stuff with you and scoop it out. Or you can just put a bunch of bowls in there. That's what we're going to do. Now, a lot of the stuff you make in here stacks to 16. I think we can get 64 of the tomato sauce. While we're at it, we ought to make ourselves a cutting board. We might already have a cutting board. Oops, I don't want the potion. And we're going to want to make ourselves a nice little knife. Where's our cutting board? It's up here somewhere. Here it is. Very cool. And we'll want something to put it on. We'll just have a crafting table down there just for fun. I guess we can hook the multi-block kitchen up to a refined storage system too. So that's neat. We'll just throw our diamond knife down on here for now. Now you can chop up all kinds of things. Like, we'll mostly be chopping food. But the way to do it, you put what you want to chop in your offhand, and then you just like... Looks like if you hold down right click in this, you'll just start eating the raw beef. That's too bad. But we're getting minced beef at a 2-for-1. We can use that to make burgers and meatballs and all kinds of other things. And the cooking pot is compatible with JI. So there's that. You can't click into it, but you can see all the recipes. Now we're gonna go a little crazy making bread. We're gonna make ourselves, where is it? Here it is, a sequential fabricator from Thermal. And we're gonna make components for it. And I should have an importer. Awesome. Now we're gonna hook up water to our refined storage system. I got an ender tank matching this one down over the aqueous accumulator. So we should now see that we have, yep, good amount of water. Now what these things do, these sequential fabricators, is one recipe. But we can do liquid. Now what you do is we're going to go in here. We're going to put this in so it's super fast. And let's remember to do this too. We'll want to do an input and an output. And a water bucket. 3 wheat will get us 3 wheat dough. You press the checkbox. And then we should be able to, well, we'll probably have to make some first, won't we? Yeah, let's do that. Make some really quick. Because we're going to have to program this in manually, I think. Grab a little water. So we'll go to processing. That's not even slightly what we want. There we go. Fluids to get the water in there. 3 wheat dough. Make the pattern. Now the only thing this will be able to do is this recipe, unless we program other stuff into it. But yeah, okay, 142 buckets, that ought to be more than enough. So now we should be able to just make bread like this. I'll run down here. Yeah, nice. Now we completed a whole ton of quests. Let's see what all we got here. Oh, we got a bucket of axolotl. That's cool. We got a nest. We got a bunch of apples, sweet berries. Oh, we got a toaster. That's nice. We got another ice unit. Heating unit for the oven, so we could use RF to power the stove if we were going to use it, which I don't think we are. Toaster's incredible. The preservation upgrade does just what it says it does. You'll be able to auto-craft and always have at least one of whatever is in whatever slot in there. By which I mean it won't use the last one. There's the checkbox I missed. This will tell us, okay, so we've already, looks like we've gained all the hearts, excuse me, all the hearts we can gain. But this will show us what other foods we can make to fill our kitchen up with. That'll be fun. And we finished up the Foodies and Farmers quest line by chopping up all the other raw meat that we had on us, including some cod that we got at some point. We must have got it as a quest reward. We got some cabbage rolls, bacon, little cooked chicken. Cool. And every so often, one of these guys just shows up. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time, folks. We're starting to run a little long, so thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.